So, hi everybody, today we are here with the COSMOS C700P, which is the last baby from the COSMOS lineup. And today is a special day because this is going to be our unboxing, the official one, and plus we're also going to talk about every feature and all the history behind this great case, which is kind of special. We need a knife, our trusty knife. This is the box, as you can see, and as usual we find our manual, the warranty information and an accessory box which has everything we may possibly need. Okay, so guys, out of the box we find this side panel, which is really beautiful, as you can see, because it's dual curved on both edges, and this is something that is really difficult to produce. This is kind of unique. Plus we have these beautiful aluminum end bars, and plus we have all this ventilation mesh on the top and here behind the plastic cover. So this is going to be a case with a lot of airflow, especially because there is another ventilation grill on the bottom that you can use to put your radiator to have the maximum cooling capability. So now, if we turn the case this way, we can see it's completely symmetrical. The panels are the same on both sides. Here we find the tempered glass one, and here we got a steel one that can be switched with the tempered glass one, or you can buy a second tempered glass side panel to reach an even more premium look. On the top, we find the grill as mentioned, plus the usual I/O panel, which is composed of the power and reset button, a fan controller and an RGB LED controller, which can be synced to whatever motherboard you have in the system. Plus on the front we have 4 USB 3.0 accompanied by a USB Type-C 3.1 Gen 2. Okay, let's talk about the front of the case because it's kind of special. So under the I/O panel we find the front part of the case, which is covered by this plastic part that can be opened just like on the master case and can be removed easily, showing the sound dampening material on the inside. Plus, this reveals the grill that I mentioned before. And this grill is special because we still have a double 5¼ bay that can be used to mount reservoirs, pump and fans, controller, whatever, and can also be removed to accommodate a bigger radiator. And speaking of radiator, here if you remove also the grill, you find the fan mounting system, which can accommodate up to a 420mm radiator. And here you see that we have included just one bay, but still you can accommodate up to 2 bays just by changing the internal layout, and later we're going to see how. This is the perfect occasion to show you how we can open the side panels just like a premium sports car. The side panels are mounted on hinges, and that's why we're able to access the case internally so easily. Here you can see how the top grill is accessible, and plus how the bottom grill is accessible. And guys, this is the perfect scenario just to show you how we can play around with the modularity of the case and the flexibility. And actually here you can see the 2 fan brackets, one in the front and one in the top. They are mounted with screws and they can be moved around the case. I mean, for instance, the top one can be placed on the bottom to have space for a radiator on the bottom of our case, or you can even buy another one to have like the maximum heat dissipation capability. And now we're going to access the case, and to do that we need to take this plastic piece out from the back of the case, take our side panel, lift it up and place it somewhere safe. Okay, so now that we took all the panels off the case, we can see and take a look on the inside, which is really clean, as you can see. First, because we have this black cover that covers the hard drives, if we have them, and this part which covers the cables from the PSU. On the other side, we got the same, and if we take the case from the handlebars, we can turn it easily and find the cover. So as you can see, this case allows you to have a really clean build. Here you've got all the cable grommets that you may ever need. Here we have a completely open cutout, plus we've got two SSD trays, but one of them is the house of a controller, which is controlled actually by the two buttons on the I/O panel. Okay, so now, before going back to the main chamber, I want to talk about the PSU, and especially the PSU mounting system. This is what you get after taking out 4 small screws, and this allows you to mount the PSU externally when you have especially a radiator or a lot of fans in the bottom chamber. Let's go back to the main chamber to show you all the possibilities that we can reach with this layout. And because it's mounted on screws, actually, I can flip it and reverse it however I want. And plus, I can also adjust the height of my motherboard. I'm going to show you how in just a minute. Now, I just need to take out these screws, and we're going to do a little bit of a time lapse here. And yeah, I think it's time to disassemble it. Yeah. Now, what we are really focused into is the motherboard tray, which can be rotated, as I told you. Okay, so to do this, you simply have to unscrew 3 screws behind the motherboard tray and some screws in the back. Okay, and this part just slides out like this. The only thing left is this part, which is the drive mounting system. And to take it out, we need to unscrew these 4 screws, 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. Okay, so now we just reached the frame of the case, which, as you can see, is really sturdy by itself, without even a motherboard tray. And the last piece we need to remove is the motherboard block. And it's just a metal bar with some inserts that are going to lock our motherboard in place. Here, done. So now, as you can see, we're fully disassembled. So, I hope that this tutorial was helpful and that you just learned how to to disassemble your COSMOS to the bone, and at the same time I should suggest you to go to check the manual if you're in trouble, and especially if something is missing, here you find the list of every component I just removed from the case. So just follow us in the next videos, because we're going to discover every possible layout. So stay tuned and thanks for watching. Okay.